Welcome back to another interesting episode of Outerhaven Podcast. This is your host, Keith Mitchell, and we're on episode number 60 in the new year. This one's called Let's Get Started. Or is it Just Get This Shit Started, Carlos? Which one is it, buddy?
I don't know. It's been 60 episodes. I'm far too gone along.
Oh, dear God. You got old bastards on the podcast. We apologize for that, sir. We apologize for that. I didn't mean to call you a bastard.
I'm too constipated to talk about anything.
All right, so let's get into it, guys. So first and foremost, New Year. I know a couple of guys wanted to talk about the Ant-Man trailer, and I'm interested to hear what you guys think about it, because honestly, I could care less about this movie. Sorry. I think this is the first Marvel movie that I don't care about.
Blu-ray, DVD, or download, whichever. I'm not wasting my time to go see that in the theater. It just does not look appealing in any way or manner or fashion to me.
Now, you know what's funny? I would have actually watched it if it was, Mr. Pym, and not Lang. I would have liked to see that with Pym instead of Lang. I don't know why everybody chooses to look at Lang as the best Ant-Man when he's not.
That's because Pym is all about his creation of Ultron and artificial intelligence. Except they had to steal that shit and give it to their boy toy, Tony Stark, just to keep Robert Downey Jr. there for, another 2 or 3 films? And can I say that you mentioned that you were not impressed with Ant-Man? I was not impressed with that and Age of Ultron. That shit looks so fucking samey.
Well, the thing with Age of Ultron, and I know we're segueing out of Ant-Man, so I'll keep it brief. Age of Ultron still isn't what we've read in the comics. It's deviating off of a lot of things. It's just their stopgap for putting the Avengers out there again on a movie screen. So there's a lot of shit isn't going to hold the same, and at the same time, I agree.
It's not even that. It's like, one. There's trouble with the Ultron storyline as itself by trying to tie it up with Tony Stark, who already had this is his 3rd lesson in humility already.
Exactly, I can't stand that.
And then number 4, they're trying to plug way too many shit at the same time. They're plugging Black Widow origin story. They're plugging the the introduction of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. They're going to turn them into Inhumans so they can plug in the Inhuman angle. And then they got Hydra left over from Winter Soldier. It's the sequel that has way too much shit.
I agree. And at the same time, there's still brief cameos of other heroes I would love to see have their own film. War Machine.
Falcon too.
And Falcon.
I would not. No.
I would love to see that. I would like to see that.
You see, this is weird because they go way over this clusterfuck of who has this right, who has that right. Let's both share Quicksilver for X-Men and Avengers. It can be very simple. Don't introduce those motherfuckers. Skip the Vision. You got Falcon and War Machine. You got to just add in more Hawkeye, and there you go, the full team. You don't need more.
But you know what? We'll see more of Falcon with Captain America 3, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Yeah, that's true. But is he gonna be Captain Falcon? That's another story.
They're not gonna follow the comic continuity at all.
No, you don't.
No,
you may not know.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You're talking to the company that has just added the X-Men. They bodied them and now introduced the Inhumans as quote unquote the uncanny Inhumans.
I don't see it happening.
What?
No. They literally stole. That's the new series coming from Charles Soule.
But this is not the first time they've done something dumb. Remember the Uncanny Avengers?
Yeah, but they're literally trying to exile the X-Men just because they're not making any money off of Hugh Jackman mutton chops.
Right, but let's get back on 8-Man. We know how Marvel's doing. They're being shady, but screw that. But, does anybody else care about Ant-Man? Does it seem interesting? Nobody?
Nope. Let me put it this way. I actually went to Facebook, I scrolled down, and I saw a post saying, hey, look at this, Ant-Man trailer. I went, huh, and kept scrolling.
Okay, so the consensus here at the Outer Haven is we're not interested. Sorry, Marvel. This is probably going to be the first one that we all take a pass to.
I'm sure a lot of people will pass.
Yeah. But given that, compared to the upcoming Batman vs. Superman,
that's going to be a pass too.
Sounds like a roller coaster.
I'll be watching Captain America 3. Thank you.
I see that Ian McKellen and old Patrick Stewart jumped out. They don't want to do the X-Men series no more.
Oh, good for them.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I just saw that on the news today.
Maybe Marvel's paying them to not do them anymore.
Or maybe they want to live peaceful lives as a really cute best friend couple.
Why the fuck they don't have a series already? Literally, people will pay them to just see an odd couple with those two.
I'll pay that. I'll pay. Yes.
Hello there, Charles.
Yeah, they are best friends, right? Yeah.
Yes,
they're best friends in real life.
So much Instagram photos
It's so
with those
cute.
two. So much Instagram and that lobster costume. Oh my lord. That
Lobster costume.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart dressed up as a lobster in a bathtub filled with those little balls that you find in a ball pit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put that on Twitter. Like that fucking blew up. And then, everybody it was just crazy. And then I fucking parodied that on a picture with James McAvoy saying, "I don't want your future," and that fucking blew up too. And damn, people just love fucking Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I mean, him and Ian did Waiting for Godot together.
Oh, you saw that? I
wanted to see it, but
me
expensive,
too, man.
and it didn't do it forever, and break my heart.
Well, good on.
All right, so who watched the Nintendo Direct this year?
Hey.
Other than you don't count. I think you're the resident Nintendo talking here. Come on now. Anybody else? Anybody?
Nope.
Nope, because I didn't want to watch Satoru Iwata stand there for an hour going, "Please enjoy this next video."
But that's half the fun.
So all right. So Will, what did you think about the event?
Let's see. Obviously, one of the biggest things, the news they started off is the new Fire Emblem trailer, a teaser for the next Fire Emblem, and the dancer, artwork. I cannot wait because I'm actually just started with Fire Emblem Awakening, and holy crap,
with that shit.
I cannot wait.
I saw that and I was kind of impressed. I'm definitely impressed that now they're going into a more Eastern setting because it looks like they're going with samurai.
Yes, samurai
influences and stuff, and while at the same time they're pulling off influences from Shadow of the Colossus and God of War, and yeah, they're really blowing up on Fire Emblem in order to be successful all around.
Right, exactly.
The only problem I will have with this one if it's for the new 3DS, and that is a no-sell for me.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't mention what system was coming for, did they?
No.
3DS.
For what? For which? Yes, it's still 3DS. It's still a 3DS.
Yeah, but for the 3DS or the new 3DS? That's the question.
I'm pretty sure they'll probably get both, but right now it's still early to say. But it's a 3DS family right now, a 3DS family.
I would say both too, because I don't think Nintendo's keen on bringing the new 3DS over to America yet.
No, it's here.
It's here.
It's here.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's coming to in February 13th as well. Another big thing that they announced in the Direct is like now we Americans are getting the new 3DS model. Except there's only one little thing because in the UK right now they get the smaller new 3DS, which is the customizable faceplates, while we in America we only get the XL version of it.
And did they mention? I was going to ask, why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Man, I can only have a question about that because, like, hell, I want my customizable faceplates. I don't know, put a Persona Q model on it. I don't know.
Maybe because they figured, if they gave us a different version of the 3DS, they couldn't sell the Majora Mask version. Since we can't swap faceplates on that.
Jeez, we're gonna go quickly down that, huh?
You know what? I don't care. I got mine, so hey. I will go on that one. I was at work. Go ahead. I was at work looking at it, and my buddy and I was like, "Wow, let's go get one." And he's like, "Yeah, they sold out." I was like, "What the fuck already?" Yeah, they sold out within an hour.
And one day, once the Nintendo Direct showed up, the whole Majora's Mask 3DS, the new Nintendo 3DS, they sold out.
And the sad part about that was after I started looking, I called maybe 5 GameStops. And I went to all the GameStop website, and they were like, yeah, go on. Sure, they had plenty of Monster Hunter versions, and the red and black one is it, but they had none of the Majora Mask. But when I went on eBay, they're there, $500 and up. Fucking scalpers.
$500?
And up.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
Yes.
Real quick, speaking of Majora's Mask, if you actually go to YouTube and look up Man of Arms, they actually reforged the the Fierce Deity sword.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I love that guy. He's always making something fantastic.
Yes, and I think I'm very happy. But I don't know, like the Majora's Mask 3DS. I mean, I like it. They're going for gold as they do, but like it doesn't really look pretty, honestly. I actually think the Monster Hunter 4 actually looks better.
I would have liked it if it was purple instead of gold.
Yeah, it would have made more sense if it was purple. I think they just were just lazy. They take the gold one from the old 3DS and they just paint it over with the Majora's Mask.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know. What is it? Speaking of unimpressive, god damn it, the last two entries into Hyrule Warriors. Yeah,
oh, really?
Look, I'm happy Tingle got in, but really, Young Link? Come on.
Okay.
Even we're waiting for Skull Kid. And then they gave us this fucking bastard whose main ability is that he can turn into Fierce Deity Link for 2 seconds. 2 seconds after a combo.
Yeah. And actually, I was seeing on the internet as well because there was so much hate with Kingo. I mean, I understand he's queer. I get it. I mean,
I would have knew Tingo was gonna be here because he's a mainstay. I get that, but come on, Skull Kid, Majora's Mask. That's perfect timing.
yeah, and like having Young Link, I can understand why people would be hating about that. I mean, sure, Skull Kid. You want Skull Kid.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But he turns into Fierce Deity and it's gone.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I mean, hey, if you're gonna make another Link mode, at least put in the Fierce Deity mode. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, watch it. They'll turn that into a costume. I can tell you that.
Yeah. See, and also the other news as well on the Nintendo Direct. Another highlight as well, which I'm very, very happy about. They're announcing previous Wii titles can be playable for the Wii U right now. Because currently, right now, they released it Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii U currently.
So basically, you're basically saying Nintendo's actually catching up from 4 years ago with Sony and Microsoft for a long time.
They're skipping. They're skipping because we're getting the Wii titles. Still no GameCube games.
Yeah, that is one of the critiques. Yes, I mean, I would love GameCube games, honestly. But heck, this is okay. I'll take this right now because one of the games that I'm actually very happy they're going to be releasing in the coming months is Metro Prime Trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Really? That's nice because I actually just came back from a Second and Charles, and they had a Metroid trilogy there for like $90. So it's like,
oh man,
no,
hell no! You can get that shit for $45 in GameStop.
Or
really? I need to get that.
Or full price at $60. Yeah.
Well, they said it was gonna be cheap when they released it in the first Nintendo store. Yeah.
In the first week, it's gonna be half price. So yeah.
Right.
Super Mario Galaxy 2, Metro Prime Trilogy, and let's see, one other game as well.
Is there a list of the pricing for these titles, or is there a link?
See, right
now. So we could put it into the podcast for everybody listening.
Can't really.
We'll look it out.
Well, yeah, we'll find it.
Yeah, we'll definitely find it.
But these are just for a limited time, and they're very limited titles.
Wait, stop, wait. Did you say just for limited time?
The pricing.
Oh, okay.
The price.
No, they ain't gonna do the Walt Disney. We're taking it out the vault thing.
Oh, really? You could have fooled me with their GameCube control converters. B,
don't. That's just
no. And C, AC adapters.
You want to go that route?
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna go that route.
All right.
That's nickel and diamond right there.
It is. Okay, so everybody's aware that the new 3DS in America, and not just America, overseas, will not come with an AC adapter, which is very stupid on Nintendo's part. And their reasoning, IGN actually contacted them to find out why they did this, and their reasoning was, they wanted to save a couple dollars. They wanted people who already had a 3DS to, use your adapter, which is dumb.
So you're punishing anyone who's not an early adopter.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, though. We here in America are used to getting AC adapters with our products. Did you know in Japan that every single time they come out with a new version of a handheld gaming unit, they never came with the adapter because it's always backwards compatible? But the thing that Nintendo is stupid about is they think for some reason that America is Japan, and we have the same type of philosophy.
We have a different market, and they have to adjust their strategies per market. They know this. They've been in the game for how many years now? This is not new to Nintendo. They're being lazy.
With their audience.
And again, like I said, it's trivial, but at the same time, it's very silly. A lot of us, most of us in America, North America, we buy something, we expect the AC adapter to be there. So you mean to tell me, and I guarantee this, guys, when it finally hits the storage, there's going to be a lot of people pissed off and a lot of angry customers. Like, I brought this new 3DS and there's no AC adapter, and the salesperson didn't tell me that I needed it, and you didn't read the box either.
The only time I expect not to have to buy an AC adapter is if I buy a new cell phone, because everybody uses the same USB charger.
But there's a charger in there, is there not?
Yeah, it is.
See?
There is.
Exactly. There's one thing to eliminate a trivial peripheral. It's another thing to eliminate the fucking power source.
Yeah, that's something totally different.
Right.
See, a lot of people are salty about it, but I actually have the 3DS, so if I bought the new one, I'm actually golden because I just use my power brick.
But see, Josh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Liz.
He has it, so he's good. I mean, that doesn't work, because not everyone. What if people are just buying it now?
Right.
Right.
Or what if I trade mine in to get a new 3DS? I don't have that because they're not going to take it without the power adapter.
Exactly.
They don't take them without the power cord?
Nope.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You gotta have the whole package.
You're so selfish, Josh.
I am. And I am not going to change.
All right, let's get off Nintendo. And I'm glad that Josh is actually here because we're moving into upcoming anime. And I know he wants to talk about that.
I do? Oh, yes, I do.
I mean, Liz can talk about Sailor Moon. I mean, there's more Sailor Moon stuff coming out.
I just want to quickly say one thing before.
I don't know. Excitement.
And I just want to say one more thing before we just move on to animes right now, because they also showed off a new trailer of Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh,
you know what? I think I'm going to go on a media cutoff until that game comes out, just because everything I've seen so far, it's like, yeah,
it's gorgeous.
That looks awesome, man.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, Final Fantasy 15. Just saying that.
Yes. Okay, moving on. Let's go.
Yeah, that's when my kids Wii U will disappear into my man.
Yeah, I think that might be the only reason I would have to buy a Wii U is for that game. But it's gonna do like all my other new games, sit on the shelf and look pretty.
Well, I think the final word on that one game is, I'm really feeling it.
Oh hell yes!
Okay, let's go on to the animes of 2015.
Anime.
All right, Josh. Any recommendations on your side?
Oh god, where do I start? Jesus Christ! This season has been pretty freaking good so far. And every season I basically try to watch as many of the first episodes as possible, and then it's like, all right, this was pretty interesting, that got me hooked, and I'll just keep, a list going from there. And the past few seasons, I've only managed to get like maybe 4, maybe 3 shows, not really a lot. But this time, I have picked up 8 different shows to watch because I was just that impressed with a lot of the first episodes.
Let's see. I'm actually just looking down the list right now myself. I mean, I'm actually seeing some good shows myself. I like probably 6 on my side. It's actually good stuff this season.
Now, obviously, first episodes are always made to look good, so there's sometimes the series just go downhill after that, but you can't really do anything until they come out and you watch them. But just based off the first episodes, and just to plug myself a little bit, I am writing a new Anime Pulse column. Should be up sometime tomorrow, detailing my thoughts on all the episodes I've watched. So sorry for the delay on that, but when you got a new season starting, you got to at least get through all the first episodes before you can formulate thoughts.
Right, exactly. Right.
I know we were talking before we started recording, but Ansatsu Kyoshitsu, which is also known as Assassination Classroom.
Yeah. I love that. I watched the first episode of that last night. That was awesome.
It was. Essentially, there's this alien that was born and raised on Earth, and he blows up the moon to the point where it's like a permanent crescent now. And they isolate him in some like rural high school, or maybe it's like an elementary school. I forgot what it was. Middle school. It's something. It's like a single classroom wooden shack out in the middle of the woods. And he's basically their teacher. And the Japanese government has tasked the entire class with assassinating their teacher. But there's just one problem. He's the best teacher they've ever had.
Yeah.
Right.
Not to give up anything. One comment that had me cracking up. He said, if you want to get to me, you got to move faster than Mach 20.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
What?
Yes.
That was awesome.
This alien moves Mach 20 speed. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it looks good, though. It looks really good. So, of course, I'm going to do the obligatory, put it on the shelf until it's completely finished.
Man.
Yep, and you'll be waiting a little bit because it has 22 episodes. And
oh,
this is week 2.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be going through waiting 2 seasons for this one then.
Yep, we'll see you in 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, that's definitely one anime that's very good. And another one that actually I've been checking out myself asking right now seems pretty good so far is Absolute Duel. Have you heard of that one, Josh? Absolute Duel?
I have dropped that series so fast.
I don't know. It's actually, I mean, obviously, if you want to go for more cuteness, it's definitely one thing. I mean, one thing I also like about that anime is it follows of Norse mythology, of Thor, of Shield, and basically how your spirit is as a weapon. But it's definitely on the more, like, basically, I'm reading the synopsis right here, right now. It's like, it's basically a person who's on a quest of revenge to take him to a school that teaches the ability to manifest one's soul as a weapon. Except it turns out to be a shield. And then he's partnered with a female, a beautiful silver-haired girl in action, and also teaches for combat skills. So basically, on the quest for revenge, kind of like that. But it seems interesting.
I think I've heard about that already.
Yeah, I was reading about that on something. I didn't watch the first episode. I do want to watch that. I do want to get into that.
It's very nice. It's a very nice show. I mean, obviously, it's definitely on the moe side, and also the opening song is done by Suzuki Konomi, who also did Tatsukare no Ija and last season Mata no Vanities. Suzuki Konomi. So I love her work. So yeah, definitely check it out if you get a chance.
Okay.
Let's see, and also working down the list right now, we also have the second season of Kami-sama Hajimemashite, or Kami-sama Kiss. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard about that, yeah?
Yeah, I have.
Heard of it? Actually, never watched the series.
Me neither.
Something I've been meaning to do, but I haven't.
The first season is dubbed from Funimation, if I remember correctly. Kami-sama Kiss, and also had the limited edition. So yeah, Kami-sama Kiss is also second season out now. And Josh, we were just recently talking about this. Oh god, this Sailor Moon male version one.
What?
Oh yes.
Oh fuck. Okay, I've heard of that one. I've heard of that one.
Binan Koko Chikyu Boy Boo Love.
You have to email me that.
It's basically a bunch of guys accidentally get powered up into magical girl style costumes, and
the magical animal is a wombat. A wombat.
Yeah, basically, to give it even more of a weird spin, it's like two of the friends were in a public bath together, just discussing. I forgot what it was. It was some like weird Japanese food that's like the equivalent to avocado because it has like no flavor. And they're like, they're just like, they're just like going back and forth about how it steals the flavor from like other vegetables and meats and stuff like that, and it should be condemned. And then all of a sudden, the magical portal opens up, and a pink wombat alien from outer space falls into their tub and says they need to save the Earth with the power of love. You see the title card for it, and everyone's like, "That's yaoi." You're like, no, it's not yaoi. It's not fujushi. It's not anything like that. It is basically straight up parody city of Sailor Moon. And it's like they don't even care to name their attacks. It's like something or other fire spell. They just like fire something. It's absolutely hilarious.
You know what? Fuck, I was gonna avoid that like the plague, but now I got to watch at least this episode.
Yes. So yeah, that's something if you want to like watch something very fun. I mean, a Sailor Moon parody, male version. Okay, and another walking down the list right now. There's also the second season of Tokyo Ghoul. That's a lot of people were very expecting about that.
I was looking at that. It didn't look like I remembered it. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't look like I remember.
There's a reason for that. Sui Ishida, who is the mangaka and author of Tokyo Ghoul, basically made a statement saying that he had two stories in mind for Tokyo Ghoul. One of them he's doing through the manga, and he's actually going to do the alternate story through Route A. So the first episode,
man.
Yeah, the first episode follows the manga. I guess up to like the last minute and 30 seconds. They do change some things during the actual manga parts, but it's not too much to really, make you scream bloody murder. But the final minute 30 is the big bombshell dropped on the anime world. And I won't say it because it'll spoil everything, but I actually like the way they're doing this because they're giving you an alternate version of the story. And it's the same thing that happened with Tagami Bachi Reverse. They kind of took all the characters that were good and turned them evil and vice versa. So you had a reason to not only watch the anime, but actually go back and read the manga to get the full experience. So this is actually a tactic to basically move more copies of manga and make more money. So
interesting.
Plus, you get an original story that's approved by the actual manga author, so you can kind of call it canon if you want.
Okay.
That's actually a very, very smart thing in order to avoid filler, because everyone's keep complaining, oh, you're moving too fast, you're going to catch up to them. Eventually, you're going to have to go to another storyline just to catch up.
Well, the thing about the Tokyo Ghoul manga, it's already over, though. It's finished.
Right. The first one. I believe they also have already a sequel out right now. Yes.
Tokyo Ghoul RE or Re, if you want to call it that.
Yes. RE. Yes. So they already have a second season manga right now. So yep, second one in the entry. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's also Tokyo Ghoul officially recognized that, and of course there's also the second season of JoJo Stardust Crusaders. Oh man.
I don't know, man. I mean. First off, I like the introduction of Izzy, and I'm liking that they're pulling no punches in terms of the graphics. It's getting a lot better now. This is not the peak of their ability as animators, but god damn, that opening. After Stand Proud, I was talking to Clinton about this, and, he respects this, and I understand why they did this. Is, it's supposed to capture the mood for people who already read the manga. But god damn, if you're just watching the anime, to go from Stand Proud and all of the other openings of JoJo to something that seems so operatic, it doesn't work as well. And also the ending was, what was it? What's that 80s song? It's like almost elevator music. Love Train.
What?
Yeah. What's it called? It's like an old 80s synth music of, they're just seeing the scenes of them in Egypt, and everyone is being peaceful, and they're practically doing nothing. I mean, going from the Bangles to this? Fuck that.
Yes. I mean, heck, you cannot go wrong with Walk Like an Egyptian. That thing was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. But, yes, okay. So, yeah, JoJo Stardust Crusaders Part 2 is out as well. And also, another one that's also on the second season right now is Durarara. I'm not
yes. I have been waiting 5 years for this freaking sequel to come out. Essentially, the light novel has 13 chapters.
Hold on.
The first...
If you've been waiting 5 years for this to come out, doesn't that technically mean it's a new anime? Or is it continuing on from the last one?
It's continuing on.
Second season.
Wow.
It's the first one aired in January of 2010. And now here we are, January 2015, and we finally get the sequel. The good news is on this is they are finishing the material. The original Durarara covered the first 3 arcs of the light novel, and there's 13 total. So the second season is going to cover the rest of the 10 arcs, but they're breaking it up into 3 different sub-seasons. So we actually have Durarara X2 Show, which is actually out now. Then there's Durarara X2 10 and Durarara X2 Ketsu, which will be coming out later, I guess, I don't know when. But it's going to basically be this one long continuation. They're probably going to be doing like maybe 25 episodes a season, so we're looking at 75 episodes to wrap this whole thing up.
Oh, damn.
Yes. So yeah, Dorara season 2 is definitely out now, and other animes just speaking as well. There's also Kurasuke no Basket season 3 is currently out right now, and obviously a lot of people like Kurasuke no Basket. Other animes also include Dog Days season 3, which I'm very happy. I love Dog Days. Very good service.
Dog Days was good. It was too short though.
Yes, but I was the only one thing I like about Dog Days is you got all this all-star cast of voice actors from the guy who voices Natsu, Yoko Hikasa, Yui Hori, Nana Mizuki. Oh my god, how the hell you get all these voice actors into one place? That's what I like about Dog Days.
Money.
Lots and lots of yen.
True. Okay, and other mangas, animes include Death Parade, a very psychological horror anime. Another one also that's very I believe acquired rights from Funimation as well, is Junketsu no Maria, which is takes place during the the 1,000-Year War between the French and English, I believe.
I take that back about Absolute Duo. That was actually the second anime I dropped this season. That first episode was boring as fuck.
Yunketsu no Maria?
Yes.
Granted.
Also known as Attack on Virginity Angel Rape Edition.
Yes, I was surprised they actually referenced it back to Joan of Arc. Yes, they referenced Joan of Arc in that anime as well. See, and other ones include a Sekken Tsukai no World Break, and also an interesting one. Has anyone ever played the Sengoku Musou games or Samurai Warrior games here?
I played like one or two.
I played them on PlayStation 2.
Yes. Well, actually, they have an anime adaptation right now. If anyone has actually remembered here, Samurai Warriors 4, they had a limited edition bundle. We're going to an anime OVA short. Now they have an official anime of Samurai Warriors.
But why Sengoku Musou? I mean,
didn't that get kind of mediocre reviews though?
Yeah, not to mention, isn't Dynasty Warriors their main money maker?
Yeah, looks like Sengoku Basara to me.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do.
That is, obviously there's going to be a lot of comparison between Sengoku Basara and Sengoku Musou. But honestly, because Sengoku Musou was the first one to come out first, I'm sorry, but Sengoku Musou was one of the best ones when I played it during the time.
Well, the thing is, with the Sengoku Basara series, the storyline is generic, but the animation quality and the way the story is driven is pretty damn good. If they can keep that quality up, like through the whole series, like Sengoku Basara has, they'd be good. They'd be alright.
And I've actually watched the OVA as well that came with the limited edition bundle with of Samurai Warriors 4, and it talked about this. It's more or less it's Sanada based. It's talking about the Takeda clan, which unfortunately Shingen Takeda died, and now it's with these two brothers, Sanada Yukimura and Sanada Nobi. I forgot the other brother, but yeah, the one who marries Ina of the Tokugawa clan. But overall, I don't know. I always like the Sengoku Musou games because it's very close to the source material. That's what I like about it. It's very close to the source material. But again, like Sengoku Musou is like, if you like the Samurai Warrior games, you gotta like this one. See, and just any other animes you also want to bring up as well, Josh, or that's it?
Yep. There's actually another new one that just started that really caught my attention. It's called Shinmai Mao no Testament.
Oh, yes, I watched that.
This one was actually really cool because it starts off like slice of life. Basically, father remarries, and all of a sudden the son gets two brand new stepsisters. And by the way, the stepsisters end up being the demon lord and her succubus. And
yes.
The father and the son actually end up being exiles from a hero clan, and they all have magical powers. So it starts off like a slice of life. Halfway through, they throw a curveball at you, and it's actually very well done. And I was like, this could be very interesting. So I give that one a big thumbs up so far.
And also, the manga is very, very raunchy as well, because
that won't make it to television.
Yes, because like in the first and the second episode, I'm not gonna go spoil because it's very racy. But basically, she came 9 times. Yeah.
Well,
okay. Yeah.
Good
I'll
number.
let that. So yeah. and also just another thing to throw in as well. Josh, have you seen Yuri Kuma Arashi?
I have not.
Oh my god, it's pure Yuri. They actually had an imagery of a lily and honey. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to food porn.
Oh my.
Lily and honey. Basically, Yuri Kuma is basically 2 bears trying to get into an all-girl academy, and basically want to eat the girls.
What?
Yeah, they want to eat them.
Yes.
So it's the Tekken anime? Awesome.
Kuma and Panda trying to get it in.
How bears want to try to eat them.
One that caught my attention, Tatsunoko Productions have been coming out with a lot of interesting relaunching and revamping of their own material, like Kasha and Sins, Gatchaman Crowds. Gatchaman Crowds was fantastic, even though that last ending was kind of And now they're just coming out with Yoru no Yatterman.
Yatterman.
Yeah, because they already had a Yatterman revamp like in 2008. And that was kind of like kiddie funny, but this one is like really depressing. The twist is, after defeating Doronjo and her gang, they exiled them into another half of the island, and the Yadaman built an incredible rich kingdom called Yadaland. 100 years later, the descendants of the Ronbo clan, I guess regular farm people with poor money, and they want to they want to immigrate to Yadaland. But Yadaman is basically now this soulless robotic security force that oppresses the poor and the weak. So now some kind of lowly named Dorothy, who is the descendant of the Ronjo, now takes off her mask and has her own 2 henchmen, and she's basically the good guy. The bad guys become the good guys, and the good guys become evil. It's a very interesting twist, and I want to see how it goes into it.
But okay, seems definitely keep an eye on that. Definitely.
No, of course. The only mecha show that I've been ever watching for a long ass time, Gundam Build Fighter 2.
As you should.
Of course.
Here comes the Gundam.
Sailor Moon.
Oh, and I'm gonna watch the final episode of Sailor Moon Crystal, and that is it. I'm getting off this ride. I'm sorry. I gave it as long as anybody humanly can. Good.
Did you watch today's episode? Today's episode marked the end of the Dark Kingdom arc.
That's the thing. Last time's episode was supposed to be the end of the Dark King arc.
No.
They paced it way too long. You could have ended it right there.
You do realize in original anime, the battle with Queen Beryl was 2 episodes, and everyone died. The battle with Queen Beryl was 1 episode this time.
Yeah, that's true. It was kind of anticlimactic.
And then the end of today's episode featured Chibiusa. So they
So they already started hyping up season 2, which is, when is it coming out?
January 17th.
Oh wow, that's short. Really?
They also announced Sailor Moon Crystal R when this one finishes too. So we got more to look forward to.
Exciting!
Hold on, January 17th was yesterday, wasn't it? Oh, that's today.
That is today.
Oh, then I'm dumb, and I thought today was the 3rd.
Yeah.
So I actually watched that episode already. Okay, so that was the end of the arc last week. Forget what I said before. And today was the Black Moon arc, and Chibiusa was in the end of the episode.
Bringing gats and everything, man. That's the one thing I kind of liked. She came in here and she started business. Give me the time, Crystal. I'm gonna shoot your ass.
That was great, but at the same time, like my boyfriend was watching, and he's like, "Wait a minute, it's a little girl holding a gun. Why are they scared of her?" I mean, and if you know the series, it's not even a real gun.
Yeah, but still, it looks very realistic.
It did. I mean, there was no stupid orange cap.
And you can't underestimate a girl who entirely brainwashes an entire family to say, "Oh, I'm a cousin." Oh, and by the way,
she wouldn't have gotten into your Comic-Con security this year. That wouldn't have happened.
But I'm happy with Gundam Build Fighter. Not so much with Gundam G, no Rekka, whatever.
Yeah, that's fallen off. Gundam G and Reconista that's fallen off. I haven't watched that.
Is it whack?
I'm sorry. No, it's not whack. It's just the storyline is just very convoluted. It's all over the place. It's like a political Gundam.
They tried putting the aesthetics of Eureka with like the war philosophy of Gundam, and it's not really working out.
I mean, it's beautiful animated. If you watch it just for the animation and the battle sequences, then yeah, you'll love it. But for everything else, nah.
And for the first time, there has a main character that you actually want to root for instead of kind of being a bitch. But
I think Keith said it best last week when me and him were having a conversation. The better Gundam stories are ones that have the political undertones and things of that sort that seem realistic.
G Gundam wants a word with you.
No, G Gundam can go sit outside. Good Gundam show. G Gundam, get the hell out of here.
That just reminded me of Transformers, that really shitty movie.
Which one?
Which one?
The one with Megan Fox?
The one where they're outside the house, kind of trying not to be seen by the windows and stuff.
Oh God!
Is that the last one?
The first Bay movie.
I don't know. I was half asleep when I saw it. It was stupid.
Yeah, tell us how you really feel about that movie.
Everyone hated that movie, right?
Yes. Neff loved it.
I don't remember. I know I was in college.
Is this the one with the dinosaurs?
No, man.
No.
They're not dinosaurs. They're legendary heroes.
From China.
Oh, good lord. Yes.
Which one are y'all talking about for real? I don't know.
The last one, Age of Extinction.
Yeah, the last one.
The last one that just came out.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, all I wanted to see is the explosions and transforming. And then they got real cheap on that transforming animation for the Decepticons. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Hey, we can use Transformium, and this is how they transform.
Transformium.
Really? Really?
I got the Transformium right here. I'm about to
be
bullshit.
fair, most shows that have something to do with mecha or robots have their own form of some retarded metal that's restricted to them. Like Gundams have Gundanium. Gundanium. There's another show that has something else.
Is Gundam made at Foxconn in China?
It's pretty bad. But man, we've been on this anime kick for a minute. That's switch gears.
Moving on. So obviously it is not all the animes that we've mentioned. Not all the animes for the season. So definitely check it out on the Chance Maker.
But yeah, we can go ahead and plug Josh again. Plug yourself again, Josh.
Yeah, definitely. The Anime Pulse over on the Outerhaven.net. Go ahead and check out all the columns over there, as well as all my anime reviews. I basically do an alternating week thing where I'll do a review one week and then a column the next week, so that way I'm not flooding you guys with basically just my weeaboo-ness. So go ahead and check that out. One last thing I do want to mention, though, before we do get off the anime section, if you're a fan of Madoka Magica, the third movie, Rebellion, is getting an English dub. It'll be out April 7th, and pre-order started yesterday on the 16th, so go get your shit.
Yes.
Did you want to make a brief mention about Naruto being in theaters next month?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey.
Yeah, Naruto the Last is actually going to be here in the United States. So if you don't live in Japan and you live in, I think it's like 22 select cities.
20
select cities across the country.
Of course, none of them that are one that were near. So yeah, thanks.
So it's probably just gonna make $500,000.
Hey, that's a lot of yen because that conversion rate.
The conversion rate sucks because our dollar isn't worth much anymore.
Wait, I thought the dollar kind of rose.
I thought it went up.
Yeah.
Not with Japan's, not compared to Japan's yen.
Well, before we switch into economics, I'm gonna save you $24 because I know it could have costed that much to watch this shit.
Right.
Naruto asks Hinata for a date. Hinata gets stolen. They go to the moon.
Hey, really?
Fucks Hinata on the moon. The end.
Knock her up on the moon.
Don't
really?
spoil the movie already.
He said the moon.
No, I just want to know how the hell did Hawaii get this fucking movie and Florida didn't? I'm kind of salty about that.
I can tell you why. Because there's a lot of Japanese people in Hawaii. A lot.
Of course, it's just a hop, skip, jump away. It's just a hop, skip, jump.
All right.
I'm surprised they have a subversion of the movie already. Well, if you want to practice your Japanese, you can watch Raw.
All right. So let's see what we got next. I wanted to do a quick mention about Forza 6, so everybody knows that Forza 6 was recently announced at the Detroit Auto Show with the new GT 4 GT, which is looking very sexy for a car. I think I'm the only car. I'm not the only car head here, right? You like cars too.
Not.
Okay. So there's a lot of things I'm expecting from Forza 6 because I jumped on Forza 5 when it came out for the Xbox One, and it was sorely lacking in content. Half the cars were missing that were in Forza 4. A lot of tracks weren't in Forza 4. That were in Forza 4 didn't make it to 5. And overall, it was a disappointing product. And don't let Neff hear me say that because he'll clown me and never shut the hell up. But so yeah, there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to 6. Hopefully the track selection is a lot bigger, the car selection is a lot bigger, the online capabilities of the game is more robust than 5. But that's not why I wanted to talk about 6. There was a video done by a gentleman over at GameSpot regarding the game and why he wasn't what's the word I'm looking for? He wasn't looking forward to Forza 6. And the meat and the potatoes of his video was basically that it was a track racer and that track racers are pretty boring because he's played Forza Horizon 2, which everybody knows is a open world racer, and he thinks the open world racers are just the best games in the world and track racers suck.
So he doesn't like simulators, basically.
Well, I wouldn't even say simulator because going back to Drive Club. that's a arcade racing game. It might have similar properties or simulation properties, but it's an arcade racer. It's a simcade, okay?
Right.
So I'm not trying to say that he doesn't know what he's talking about because everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but you can't clown a game, especially one that's not released, especially if the fact that you have different opinions. If you like open world racers, that's fantastic. Good for you. Congratulations. You like open world off-road racers. There's nothing wrong with that. But the same token, you can't start dissing track racers because as much as you don't like to hear it, track racers are still the predominant racers in games today. Sorry. People like racing tracks. Let me
guess. This dude was pretty young, wasn't he?
I don't know the age of the guy. I don't remember his name.
Wait. What channel?
It was on GameSpot.
GameSpot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already dismissed it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go that far, but yeah, I mean, I know it's there for hits and for people to have their conversations like this.
Crew, they're kind of
I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to call them out. That's not what we do. But I just wanted to put it out there. You can't start saying this and that about a certain title if you disagree about the genre or the presentation of the game, especially if A, it's not even out, and B, you haven't even freaking played the game.
The proper way for him to have said what he wanted to say was the game is not for me. That's what he should have said.
Yes.
That'd have been more accurate.
That's what more people always say if they're doing this against their will.
I am going to keep an eye on him, and if 46 eventually comes out and he says, "Oh, I love this game," I'm going to be the first to call his ass out.
I mean, it hasn't been the same shit with IGN and some of their own reviewers.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. We need to be sociable with our online compadres.
Whoever reviewing the fighting games or the platform games or the racing games, make sure you have someone who is a specialist in this and don't just give it to the fucking intern.
Okay, you know what then? Hey guys, we're going to take a quick shortcut and we're going to segment into this because I know Clinton wanted to talk about this, but he's not here today. So let's pick up some slack where he's at. So there's a lot of issues going on within the video game journalism industry. The fact that, reviews seem to be, I don't want to say getting bad, but yeah, reviews are getting bad. How's that? They're just getting bad.
Hasn't it been like that for a really long time now? That's not.
It has been. That's
news.
The problem. That's the problem. It's not news, but it's something that's continuing ongoing, and it's just a lot of companies are set in their ways. It needs to change. I do want to give a shout out to Joystick, who went and basically stated that from going forward, they will be removing scores from their reviews, and they'll be going on recommending titles by their substance, their content, and if they enjoyed them or not, which is what they should be doing. I'm not saying that people should get rid of scores because they do hold some weight because people like to see numbers, but there has to be some kind of substance with your review. If you're reviewing a game and you're comparing it to another game and you're just completely off the wall with your criteria, that's a problem. At the same time, if you give a game a perfect 10 and everybody else who's played this game or reviewed this game said this game is ass, then you have to back it up and tell us why you gave this game a perfect 10 and everybody else is giving it 2 or 3s.
Shouldn't we, as readers, make the right decisions to decide, well, they're not consistent, perhaps there's something wrong with this particular website and how they go about hiring people who do these reviews?
You could do that.
Not every particular website.
Right.
Or who they're being paid by.
Every major
right. You got to
website.
think about it. And Brandon hit that right there. As much as people don't want to say that, a lot of people, quote unquote, do get paid. They get paid or they're giving merchandise for a review. And I'm not saying everybody does that. We definitely don't do that.
Practically everybody except us.
But no, I won't say that because there are a lot of companies, a lot of people that I know that don't do that. So
pretty much the reason why GameSpot got a lot of heat for giving one Zelda title.
Did you say GameSpy?
Yeah, GameSpot.
Is there still a thing?
He said GameSpot, not Spy.
I'm gonna say, I thought you said GameSpy.
GameSpot doesn't exist anymore.
I'm gonna say, what the hell? Yeah, I was like, what?
Rest in peace. That was such a good site, but yeah, they gave a Zelda title 8.8. The entire internet tried to eat them alive. But that's because the norm is to everyone else gets brought up on the Nintendo hype machine and give those games 10.10. without actually giving their actual legitimate review and opinion.
When GameSpot in a lot of hot water when I can't remember, it was years ago when they had made a review about a game that was whack, and they got hot because they had the advertisements for the game all over their site. Can't remember what the game was. This was years ago.
But weren't there also cases where websites got flack for giving good games bad reviews because supposedly they weren't being paid out?
Yes.
So
that's great.
It goes both ways. I don't even pay attention to reviews anymore. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, that's the
I
problem.
like game.
That's the problem, Liz, because a lot of people, myself included, depending on the game, we count on these reviews to tell us if this is worth our $50 or $60. You know, if you got a little kid who's got a little bit of money in his pocket and he wants to get a decent game, sadly, game quality has gone down the hill. As we've moved up. Sure, we've got better graphics, but the gameplay has been ass for most of these games.
I agree 100%.
So,
oh my God,
we depend on these reviews. We depend on these reviews to let us know if these games are worthwhile. Thankfully, I will say that the console has gotten a lot better with this retrospect. That most of the time you can get a demo or a trial and play that game to see how it is. That was something. Yeah, we used to have that on the PC. We said, "Hey, here's a demo, here's a trial." We ain't got that shit.
I remember PlayStation Magazine.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yep.
Right. I remember those days.
I still remember those days. Every time I log into my Xbox 360.
I have demo discs.
And that's the sad part. I mean, reviews are one part of the discussion here. I mean, us not being able to try a game before it comes out. I can't say that there's a solution to that other than fixing the review score system.
I rely a lot on comments instead.
Yeah, me too.
That's actually the smart way to do it.
I skipped the review entirely and I scrolled down to the comment section.
I mean that, and again, that goes back to our reviews. Our site is structured differently because we don't get kickback, and that's not saying everybody gets kickback. We don't get kickback. We 9 times out of 10 will buy the game ourselves and review the game. Why there's not a shit ton of reviews on the site because we watch what we do with our money. We watch what we do for our money. We're not going to rush out and say, "Hey, this game looks good," and play it. It might be ass,
Yeah, the days of that, like back in the day when you had the video game magazines. Oh, the graphics are good. Remember that? Remember X-Men for Sega Genesis?
Oh God,
with the toilet flushes and
the commercial for that. I was so geeked for that game, and then I got the game because I worked in the video store, and that game was total crud.
You couldn't pass that shit because it was so fucking broken.
Those days are old.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast, and that's not saying that it's happening everywhere, but it needs to be fixed. There's a problem and a solution needs to be found. Either give us cheaper games, not fucking happening. Give us more demos. Again, that depends on the creators of the game and the publishers of the game, or maybe the reviewing process.
People need to stop reading these reviewers and giving these websites their attention.
Hits. Yeah. If you want to strike at them where they hurt most. Sometimes it's the money. No, not the pocket with these guys. The hits.
Yeah.
Oh,
the hits. Clicks. The hits, the clicks. Yeah, that's the main thing. But you guys, you got to understand that's just never going to happen. For maybe the 10,000 people that say you're not going to go to a certain website, you got double that number that will be there in a heartbeat.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Those are the numbers we're actually chasing.
Then it's the gaming culture's fault because people are complaining about this stuff, but they're not doing anything to even pose a solution.
Agreed. So, guys, what we're saying is think with your head and your wallets, and and if a game sucks, spread the word. And if a website you go to is giving out crappy reviews, step up, say something to them, say, "Hey, I don't agree with the review, and here's why." You make a stand, let people know why you don't agree with it. There's not saying that you may be wrong because everybody's right, but at the same time, at least you're letting yourself be heard.
Well, I know one thing that's getting heard. No one's playing the Vita. Ever.
I don't even
you know what?
Vita.
You know what? I will say this. I picked up a Vita Christmas 2013, and I've maybe played it 5 or 6 times.
Really?
And,
that's it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's nothing on that I want to play. That's the problem.
It's a different lifestyle.
I'm beginning to think all the sales of the Vita is just being held over for one guy, Metro.
Here's the thing. If I was commuting a lot, I would probably get a Vita.
Yeah.
If I was going on deployment a lot, I would get a Vita. But I'm always near home or have my cell phone on me.
Home.
Okay, well.
All right, but what do you play though, Liz? I mean, that's the problem with me. There's nothing on the Vita right now that interests me.
Play something old. I've been playing Dragon's Crown.
Oh,
got that for my PlayStation 3.
Yeah, me too.
Nobody asked you about your PlayStation 3.
See? Wow. But see, that's the thing. That's the rationality. I got it here. I'm not going to buy it for this. I mean, unless they're going to give it to me in cross-buy, which I think they started doing after I already picked it up.
Not yet. My bad. Fresh that they did not do cross-buy. It's just cross-play right now. Cross-play. Right.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened with the damn cross-buy with Minecraft.
Oh, let's not talk about Minecraft.
I think
that turned into a conglomerate. If that got Notch enough money to outbid Jay-Z and Beyonce on a $70 million house, which he had a house party on a week ago, and if you haven't seen the picture online, holy crap!
Hold on, he didn't win it.
See this house? This is
yes,
Microsoft
he did.
Money.
No, the dude from Minecraft won it.
Yeah, Notch. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Notch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he had Jay-Z won it.
No, he outbid Jay-Z. And how much money did he get for selling Minecraft to Microsoft?
$3 billion.
$3 billion.
And he owned all of it. Not no 70%, none of that other BS. He owned it all. So all that money went right to him.
Well, I don't want to get into the part about us Kickstarters helping get that up and off the ground. That's a different discussion. But,
that's the nature of the game, man. The nature of the game.
Yeah, I'm not going to hate, but at the same time, I'm not going to go into it. But
we have to wake up and go work every day, and he doesn't. That's the difference.
So yeah, I don't expect to see anything about cross-buy from Minecraft anytime soon, especially since Microsoft owns it now.
What's bullshit about it is that it was announced, and I was going to buy Minecraft for PS4, and I decided to get it for PS3 because if you had the game save file, you would be able to buy the PS4 version for $5, and then the Vita version was free. And I don't know what the hell happened with that.
You know what's bullshit about that? If you're logging into the same PSN network from the PS3, and you buy that thing, shouldn't you be able to get that same data for when you get a PS4?
Nope.
Why you have to buy that thing again for $5?
Doesn't count that way. Doesn't work that way.
Because America, that's why.
I would have just bought the disc version for my PS4 instead of the PS3 because the PS4 has a bigger world. Oh well, they're not getting my $5.
I don't subscribe to that. It's Legos. If I wanted to play with Legos,
it's a lot more than Legos. Minecraft is actually a pretty fantastic game. It's actually pretty cool.
I tried doing that shit. I was bored with it.
It's not for everybody. I would tell you that.
Minecraft?
Yeah. It's not for everybody.
My daughter just asked me about it today.
I mean, I don't really like playing the game, but my son Keith will be on it forever. He plays it online. Look at this.
I played the 360
I've got
version.
2 people playing with me in my room, and then I've got people just joining the game randomly.
Yeah, he plays it on.
Fun.
He plays it on the Android. He plays it on the Xbox 360. He plays it on a computer. He loves Minecraft.
Just kidding.
But we're getting off of Vita. Yeah, I don't think that Sony really gives a crap about Vita, especially in the States. I mean, like you said, Liz, earlier off recording, there were like 30 games that were released a month for the Vita in Japan, and we don't get anything. And then even still, games that used to frequent the PSP, which I would love to have on the Vita, Monster Hunter, isn't coming over here. There hasn't been a new Ridge Racer. Yes, I'm old. I don't give a shit. I love Ridge Racer. There hasn't been anything worthwhile. They haven't given us a Gran Turismo since what?
Ridge
oh my God!
Or freaking Persona.
We haven't gotten anything over here. So all we've got right now with the PS Vita is basically a Me Too game or a remote play for the PlayStation 4, which is, in the beginning I was like, that's pretty cool. I can play Destiny, but Destiny sucks. Or other games on my Vita while I'm in my room or my office or just chilling. But yeah, like I said, I don't even pick up the Vita. The Vita sits downstairs in my man cave on the TV shelf. And it just sits there.
I do keep mine on a shelf when I'm not using it.
But it hasn't moved. I mean, it has dust over it. I don't touch it.
It's not even that. Like a majority of people.
I mean, you a PS Plus member? Download a good game.
I get all the games just to make sure I get them before they go away. Like the last game I actually really played for a long time on there, or here it is Ollie Ollie.
Well, isn't one of the majority things about getting a PlayStation Portable system, either the Vita or the PSP, is that you can screw with the firmware and can turn it into an emulator?
No. You cannot do that with the Vita.
You're
Maybe
thinking of
the
the old
PSP
PSP
days.
before you patch that shit. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PSP you could do it.
Vita's locked down.
So
They're working on it. They're working on it, but the Vita's locked down.
Okay, that's just another reason of not getting a Vita over
Well, no, I
PSP.
won't say that because I'm not going to condone piracy. I'm not going to condone emulation.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. Not for that. I mean, I would like Sony to actually get off their ass and push the system because it's a great handheld. It kicks the 3DS's asses in form of horsepower. Yes, it does.
It's nice looking. It's attractive compared to the PSP. Like, it looks just much nicer and put together.
True. I agree. Yes.
And
But,
yet,
you know,
I still feel that a widescreen, like controller-wise, is still not as comfortable as, say, a regular conventional controller.
No,
or
they've got I don't want to say tray. There's a controller grips you get for it.
Yeah.
I have one for it. Makes it feel
The main reason I would buy a Vita is if they had enough good JRPGs on it, but
that's the thing. They have tons of good JRPGs.
Yeah, but they ain't translated
For Japan.
to over here.
Yeah, in Japan. We're not getting them.
Like, for example, Tokyo Ghoul. It's coming out with the second season, or the second season's out right now. It's getting an adventure RPG on the Vita, only for Japan.
All of the Neptunia games that just came out.
Oh, yes, Neptunia. Yes.
I mean, what's the latest game that came out in the States for the Vita that you can recall without looking online? One of the games you can recall.
Jack Schmidt.
Freedom Wars.
Persona 4 Golden.
One.
I was about to say Persona 4
Golden. When did Golden come out?
I have no clue. A while ago.
Sometime between now and last year.
All I know is not
4
on
years
PSN now.
They got this one game coming out called Jack Schmidt. It's not worth shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame. And like I said, I wouldn't have bought the Vita if I didn't think it was going to be a decent system. And it has the potential. It's just, I don't want to play classic games or old games or games I can play on this. I want exclusive titles for the Vita. And Sony doesn't get that.
That was the problem with Sony, that they just approached the handheld market completely wrong. Like, my issue with the PSP, why it took so long for me to even get one, was why am I going to get a PSP when all of these games I could just buy and play on a gigantic screen?
Exactly.
Right.
But now I guess they're getting that idea, like the PS Vita TV, or what do they call it here? The PlayStation TV?
PlayStation Now.
That's what fell.
Making it into the TV,
box.
right?
No,
yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
That comes with a PS3 controller instead of a PS4 controller. And it only plays some Vita games.
Now, you know why it comes with a PS3 controller?
Because they're cheap?
No, because it's the rebranded PlayStation TV from Japan that they couldn't sell. So, let's bring it over to the States. They'll buy it over here. We ain't buying that shit over here either, Sony.
I mean, I would buy it if it played all of the Vita games, because I kind of like the idea. Like, I hook my PSP up to the TV when I'm playing games if I'm home.
Yeah, I like the idea too, and I like the fact that it actually has an Ethernet connection versus wireless. But when you tell me there's no surround sound out of the box, when you tell me that everything's gimped at 720p, it's like, why am I going to use this on my HD TV? What's the point?
Right.
Speaking of handheld stuff on television, this is completely off topic, but with Nintendo Wii U having that fucking iPad as a controller, when the hell are we going to play 3DS games on the television?
Never.
Exactly.
Right.
You know Nintendo likes to segment their market. No, that's not going to happen.
Oh,
Nope.
it gets even better when they try making the 3DS into a controller, but I'm going to save that for my very long-awaited Smash Brothers Wii U thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I guess we're segmenting off for the Vita. We know I love the Vita. I do like it. I think it's a great piece of hardware, but Sony needs to get kicked in the teeth for something. I don't know.
Get off your ass, Sony. Hurry up. We need more games.
Yeah, games.
Or at least put Persona 4 Golden on PSN already.
Yes.
What else we got in the docket here?
How about that? That's also one thing as well, because how about? Hey, let's not just talk about Sony. How about Microsoft? I mean,
what about Microsoft? What about them?
Have you not heard?
Oh, you mean the fact that last year they dropped the Xbox One to like $350, and then January 3rd they took it up, and then
$400.
Yesterday they were like, oh hey, we're gonna put it back to $350.
Hey, what the hell are you doing, Microsoft?
You know, at this point in the game, after losing so much ground to Sony in the PlayStation 4, they need to stop ratcheting the price back up and down. They just need to leave it at $350. And in fact, when I wrote an article about this the other day, it was kind of interesting that when I looked at all the links that they had on the Microsoft site to buy the Xbox One at $350, nobody actually had that unit in stock. It was only the Assassin's Creed bundle you get at $350, which is pretty cool because you get 2 games with that.
Yes.
If Assassin's Creed was actually worth it.
Hey.
That's 2 games you can trade in for something else. Or I think they're digital. I take it back. That's still 2 games versus getting nothing. Hey, I was an early adopter of Xbox One. I ain't get shit with my systems. I'm not complaining.
Right. And only just like two weeks you'll keep that price at $400, and then only just drop it back down to $350.
Well, did they announce when they were going to end this promotion? Because this was not permanent. This one is also a promotion.
The $350?
Yeah.
When they start out selling the PS4.
God.
And it doesn't really take them too long to outsell the PS4. You just need like really good games. What the fuck is they're taking so long?
Wait, define that. Okay. Define that. What do you mean? Like,
there's nothing really what they have exclusive that makes people want to buy a Xbox 360. They had what? They had Titanfall, and then they had.
They don't have Titanfall. They don't have. They don't have Titanfall.
No. A Sunset Overdrive. Then they had that.
That's not a game that will make me want to go out. I should go and buy.
That was their big marketing.
It was their marketing pitch for those who had the system. Sunset Overdrive was not enough to make people buy a system. Forza Horizon 2 was a great game, but again, it's not a system seller.
Killer Instinct, if you have to go into that.
Killer Instinct is if you want to get into the scene and you like fighting game. But again, $400 a pop is not enough to make me buy a game, even though I love Killer Instinct.
You know what? As a matter of fact, there was no game that I wanted that I had to buy the system for. And now I just got it because it was new.
Exactly.
But that's what I do. So
same thing. That's what I did with
Killer.
That's what I did with both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It was new technology. I wanted to get my hands on it because I'm a tech nut, and I got them both.
So what is the advantage that PS4 is having over the 360 in case it ain't?
There's none. There's none over either. There's none. Have somebody not even that, because again, I can go and name no game on the PlayStation 4 that I can say I want to must play right now.
Nothing.
There's none.
Nothing.
Nothing. No. Well, with the new Xenoblades that's coming out on Wii U, that might be make me buy the system.
Now, see, that's the thing right there. A must-have title for a system that is doing so poor that nobody wants to think about it, but yet it has fantastic games. Smash. It has Mario Kart. It's got Xenoblade Chronicles coming out into this year.
Yeah, that looks good.
And the fact it's got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, it's got Super Mario 3D World, it's got an upcoming Star Fox game, an upcoming free open world Zelda game coming up.
And Bayonetta 2, of course. Bayonetta 2 as well.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2, yep.
How many times are you going to say Bayonetta 2? I still haven't bought that game.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, come on.
Dude, I still have one, and it's still in plastic when I bought it when I was in Hong Kong when it came out.
The first game.
Geez, you should really go buy
But I'll backtrack for a second. I will say that there is a must-have game on the PlayStation 4 now for me. If I didn't have it already, no. No, I am the only thing that was worth for Destiny, and I brought the Ghost, was the actual Ghost. That was it, which is sitting in my room next to my Titanfall statue.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Get ready to see that shit on eBay.
Yeah.
I tried to sell it. Nobody wanted it. That's how fucked up it is. But no. Bloodborne. Because, again, I'm a huge Demon Soul, Dark Souls, From Software fan. And Bloodborne would have made me buy the PlayStation 4 if I hadn't had it. Hands down.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But isn't it coming down PC?
No.
No.
Nope. It is a PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Okay.
Well, I would like to say Street Fighter V, but A, it's not coming out yet, and B, fighting games has never really been a system seller.
And C, it's coming on for the PC, so
yeah, there's that too. So
the only thing if we're going to talking about system sellers, heck, Uncharted 4 is pretty much the only great contender right now. Uncharted 4.
And that's this year or next year?
That sounds like a next year deal, and even then
it might get pushed back. I would like if it's. they're talking about right now. Like they had a discussion stating that they won't add 60 frames per second to Uncharted 4 if it's going to compromise the game. Now, my beef is I brought these new systems with the understanding or the promise that we were ushering a new generation of gaming and that we would see hardware being pushed to its limit. You mean to tell me that you can't push the PlayStation 4 to 60 frames per second and keep the content awesome without compromising gameplay? Then why did I buy this system?
I tell you what, you know what game I really like that I did buy for PlayStation 4 is Strider, which I could have gotten on PC.
That wasn't even worth it.
I enjoyed it.
You could have bought that for the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360.
You could have got that for the PC.
I just said that. Y'all repeating what I said.
You could have got that for the PC.
You could have gotten it for the PC.
You know what? I'm going to go shoot myself.
Can I have your stuff first?
No. I'm donating it to the Goodwill.
But Microsoft dropping the price of Xbox One again. Good, I guess, for Microsoft. Bad for consumers because you should just drop that shit permanently and be done with it.
Yeah,
still won't buy it.
And even still, you're not making anybody who already doesn't have one want to get one. There's nothing out there that they want, and you're not really doing anything to Sony because they're looking at you like our shit's selling better than yours, 3-1, bitches. We don't care. So
indeed,
yeah.
yes.
Sadly, if I actually had the money, despite the fact there's no games out there, I wanted to still get it just for the sake of having it. But I don't have the money. But if you want to fix that, I accept donations via PayPal.
All right, so moving along, a couple of the guys here want to talk about CES 2015. I really didn't care about it.
Get into the Intel donation.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about the Intel. So during CES 2015, Intel is launching an initiative to push in about $300 million to increasing the diversity of minorities and females into the technology sector. And as soon as that news broke out, you had the anti-feminism groups out there saying, "Oh no, this is for inedia Sarkisian, and this is just for females."
God.
And I must have been on maybe 10 sites plus Facebook arguing with these idiots because the only thing they saw in there was females, which is kind of bad. If you're not going to read the entire post, if you're not going to listen to the video, then you really shouldn't say anything. Intel is trying to increase the diversity of minorities and females in the tech sector. Now, that said,
new. Other companies have done this kind of
they haven't been doing. No company has done this because everybody thinks it's fine. Okay. It's not. I will tell you that being a black man in the technology field, there are not a lot of us. I can tell you.
Me. I know.
I can tell you, in my company alone, I can count on one hand how many black people are there.
Is there just two?
Well,
there's more than just two.
Where I work at, it's only me.
And at the same time, that said, there are slightly more females there, but this is actually a good thing. If you ever go around and just look at the surveys of diversity in companies, Microsoft did one recently, Google did one recently. Google's was piss poor. It was terrible.
And this is Google. This is the big what's it called? Adversity hires.
They're not. They really don't do that. They're trying to push that, and they really should, because it's just not a man's world. This is not anybody's world. Diversity is something that needs to be in there. Just because of the color of skin or their gender shouldn't dictate if they should be in a certain position or a certain field. But this is what they're trying to do.
But on the flip side of that, there's not many black or other ethnics in the tech field because I don't know why, but maybe it just doesn't.
Economics.
Well, not that. There's a lot of things that's not economics. Here you go. Here's Google's survey. Okay, so they did a survey. This was like last year in May. So out of the total workforce, globally, they had 70% men, 30% female. Okay. In their tech sector, they had 83% men and 17% women. In their non-tech, this is the only one that was pretty equal. They had 52% men and 48% female. That's a pretty good balance. And then in their leadership, it was 79% men and 21% female. Now, when they broke it down into diversity, into races, 61% were white, 30% were Asian, 2% were black, 3% were Hispanic, 1% was other. And this is consistent across the board. The top two the two top races were white and Asian. 60 across the board, 30 across the board.
Now, in defense of that, I can say not many of my peers, when I go back home, whenever that is, are into tech like me, you and I are. Now, can you say a lot of your peers, family or friends that are black or ethnic, are they deep in the tech like?
No, they're not.
We are?
They'll be the first people to be like, "Hey, come fix my shit." But
yeah,
they.
No, I was watching something on YouTube. It was a clip from the news. I forgot who the guy was. It was a basketball player or someone into sports, and he was saying how the black community, people are told to look up to basketball players and athletes, football or whatever, but they're not told to look up to scientists, parents.
I think that was
whatever.
Chris Bosh. Wasn't that Chris Bosh?
It sounds like something Bosh would say.
Yeah. I'm
and
not sure.
when you think about it, I mean, how many, if you do look at high school and you do surveys, like you look at Edward R. Murrow, how many people look at the kids that are in the tech classes compared to
none?
Liz,
exactly.
I'll tell you what, that is spot on. I will tell you that right now. And for those who do look at tech, who want to be in tech, I know I got clowned a lot in school because I wanted to play with computers more than sports. But when I did sports, I beat your ass when I was doing it.
Exactly.
But, a lot of people, I'll tell you, for example, I've had this said to me a couple of times when I was in a company or I was out in school doing stuff. I was the whitest black person they knew because I was interested in this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like what the hell? What the fuck does that mean? One, I'm darker than you. What the fuck are you talking about? Because I like something.
Do not fit the
Exactly.
Yep.
They
can't put you in a box, man.
That I just posted while we were on this podcast, and it was about Star Trek Voyager.
Oh.
And while everyone,
what is that?
Somebody's eating their mic. They're hungry.
The Janeway?
That was you, Elf.
You about to call him Neff?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
But
never
anyway,
insult me like that, man.
What were you saying, Liz?
Anyway, what I was saying, what I wrote in the article, basically a brief summary, is how Janeway was set apart, yes, because she was a woman. But when you think about it, she had nothing in common with any of the other captains who, not only were they male, but they were all strategists, militarists, used their male authority to push their agendas. And Catherine Janeway ended up in a situation completely by accident, and she was a woman, in the role of a man. She had to protect a crew of mostly men. And
Janeway was the shit. Janeway was the shit. I used to love Voyager.
And a lot of, but Voyager gets a lot of flack, but Voyager did something that was very, very revolutionary, and it showed women, for instance, little girls who were probably tuning in like I did, you can be whatever you want to be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something, brawn and manly, but you could still be in a position of power.
Agreed.
Exactly
I never understood why people gave Janeway so much flack. They said she was kind of a little more ruthless than the other captains.
She was a realist. She understood the situation and she did what was best.
And when you think about it, she wasn't trained like Kirk and Picard. She was a scientist when she got promoted to captain.
Oh.
That's what sets her apart. Whereas, Kirk and all of them, they were first officers who wanted to go to, on these militaristic adventures and set out and boldly go somewhere. Janeway just wanted to, study and research. And that's exactly what Voyager was. Voyager wasn't even equipped with weapon way Enterprise was.
Oh, wow. So it was Battlestar Galactica before
exactly, even the ship that she was, one of the first female captains, and even the ship they give her was completely emasculated of any kind of protection.
I didn't think about it that deep. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah,
but now you will.
Yeah, I thought the most badass captain was still Cisco. That was like a season 2.
Well,
he has his moments.
Can't nobody beat Kirk. He used to get all the alien broads.
But you see, he was using his masculinity.
Yeah.
And like even you look at Enterprise, which I think Enterprise was a shitty series. They have a female Vulcan who's probably supposed to be, in the place of Spock, and she's got emotions, and she was just terrible, and she wasn't even an interesting Vulcan.
Yeah.
But she was female, and that's probably why she was so emotional. Stereotypes.
No, she was just there, the eye candy. Everyone thought, okay, how can we
There's
turn
always
this...
eye candy, but still, she could have been an asshole Vulcan like Spock in a sexy suit. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people would love to watch Lady Spock.
Yeah, that was basically the whole premise.
I seen that movie. Oh, hold on. It's not that type of forum. My bad.
I can think of a lot of negative things about that. A female Spock, no thing. I don't think it's illogical that we should do this. Shut the fuck up. Let's just do it. No thanks.
This is illogical.
I'm sorry, this position is illogical. Do another one.
Oh, come on, even Spock got it on, supposedly. I mean,
yeah. He had a... Didn't he have a kid?
He had a Ahura, didn't he?
No, that's
like
the
a
new
little
one.
thing.
Did you just call her a whore?
No, Ahura.
Oh, okay.
What the... No, that was only the new Star Trek. See, look at us. We're dating ourselves now.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, looks like
up?
we're almost done here. Unless anybody else, anything else that we missed?
Well, other than CES was whack, but go ahead.
It was. CES was pretty whack.
Well, actually, yeah, there is one thing as well, because this is the Outerhaven as well. Unfortunately, this past week, one of Japanese voice actor died, unfortunately. Which is Chikao Ohtsuka, who is the Japanese voice actor of the big boss of Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
And Dr. Eggman.
Yep,
and
Mr. Eggman.
Takashi Mishima. And I think someone from Gundam 00.
I'm reading the list right now. He also played Goemon Ishikawa the 13th of Lupin the Third, Nezumi Otoko of GGG, Goldie Roger of One Piece, and Master Xehanort of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
yeah, and he was a lawyer. Was it Stung Schenberg from Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
from Gundam 00.
Yeah, like he was one of the few who had a father-son act with his son Akio, who many people will know as the voice of the Snake. I'm just gonna call him the Snake because he voiced all of them.
Yes, Snake. Yes.
Oh god.
Yo, watching that last scene on Metal Gear Solid 4 is just gonna be painful now.
Yes.
God, where's my colostomy bag?
So yes, the Outerhaven, we wish the family and that we'll miss you, Big Boss. We'll miss you.
They will be missed.
He is in outer heaven now.
So, all right. So I guess that's it, folks. As always, let us know how we're doing. Like, subscribe. Tell us if we suck. Tell us if we're doing fantastic. Oh, and another slightly unrelated note, some of us, or at least I will be at PAX East 2015 this year, trying to cover the event. So if you see a guy with a Captain America hat and a big ass bag running around, look like a chicken with his head cut off, that will probably be me.
I remember that. That was fun. Having to drag you and hold up. Is this with or without the missus?
She will be
here.
here.
She's the actual competent one.
She will be coming, but she doesn't have a media pass, so she won't be there Thursday. But she'll be there Friday and Saturday and Sunday to keep my shit together.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
right.
if you see a woman dragging along that guy with a Captain America hat and a lot of bags, go to her first. She'll get shit done.
Yeah, she probably will. She knows what she's doing. Keep me in line constantly. All right. I guess if that's it, guys, that's a wrap for episode number 60 of the Outerhaven Podcast. The first of 2015, the first of many, 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 many more.
Bye, Big.
See you later.
Bye, Big.